What would you say if someone told you that a company in China just built a fully functional electric pickup truck for the price of a mid-range smartphone? Not a typo, not a promotional gimmick, an actual drivable pickup truck that costs $2,000. The automotive world has been turned upside down because no one, not Tesla, not Ford, not GMC, not any major automaker has ever created something this cheap, this strange, and this unexpectedly capable. Yet here it is, a tiny machine shaking an industry worth trillions. This bizarre little vehicle, nicknamed the F50, has caused global confusion because nothing about it makes logical sense. Trucks are expensive. Electric trucks are even more expensive. The average price of a pickup truck in America now crosses $60,000. And yet, somehow, a manufacturer in China has produced one for a fraction of one monthly payment on a modern truck. People are not just asking how this exists, they're asking what the catch is. And today, you're going to discover the truth behind this unbelievable automotive anomaly. Only a handful of people have ever touched one. Importing it is nearly impossible. Shipping it across the world is an adventure on its own. And yet, a few determined creators managed to bring it into the spotlight. Supercar Blondie got one. Heavy D Sparks got one. Whistling Diesel got one. Shooting Cars drove one straight out of a shipping crate like a toy that accidentally came to life. Every one of them obtained it directly from the supplier through Alibaba. And every one of them delivered the same warning. Do not buy this truck unless you fully understand what you are getting yourself into. The truck is charming in the strangest way possible, but it carries the unmistakable scent of ultra-budget Chinese engineering. One reviewer famously said, "It smells like China," meaning the build quality is, let's say, educational. You don't buy this truck for refinement. You buy it because it feels like you stumbled onto a secret product the rest of the world wasn't supposed to see. But how did a Chinese company manage to construct a pickup truck cheaper than an office chair? The answer begins inside the small factory where Chongli builds almost everything completely in-house. Unlike modern automakers who rely on hundreds of suppliers, Chongli manufactures nearly every component themselves. Every nut, every bolt, every panel, every hinge, it all comes from the same facility. That alone cuts costs dramatically. On top of that, they avoir expensive electronics, modern sensors, and complicated computer systems. This truck is built on the philosophy of use what works, ignore what doesn't, and eliminate anything unnecessary. It's the complete opposite of the direction global automakers are moving, and that's exactly why it works. But the moment you sit inside one, you realize why this thing costs $2,000, and also why it's oddly brilliant. The truck feels tiny, almost toy-like, and stepping into the cabin reminds you instantly that you paid less than the price of a laptop for it. It's cramped, narrow, and built with the bare minimum amount of material necessary to be considered a vehicle. Steering wheel sits closer than you expect. The seats feel thin and simple. The roofline pressures you to sit perfectly still. Taller drivers practically fold into position, yet somehow that adds to the charm instead of taking away from it. The driving experience feels like a mixture of go-kart enthusiasm and golf cart realism. Achieving high speed is nearly impossible, but the little truck tries its best, pushing itself slowly, almost heroically, past 25 miles per hour. The suspension reacts to bumps with the grace of a metallic trampoline, reminding you constantly that comfort was never part of the mission. And yet, despite all of this, the exterior doesn't look terrible. The front end features recognizable headlights and a grille design inspired by older pickup trucks. The styling feels familiar enough to make you smile, as if the designers wanted to give this tiny machine a proud identity. Catches many people off guard is the light bar mounted across the roof. On a truck this cheap, it feels almost rebellious. You may not trust the handling at high speeds, but at least your night visibility feels surprisingly premium. The interior provides even more unintentional entertainment. For a vehicle this cheap, the features are almost confusing. Electrically adjustable windows, a digital display showing speed and battery range, also yes. Buttons on the steering wheel, technically yes, although none of them do anything. They're purely decorative plastic pieces designed to give the illusion of modern features. It is both hilarious and charming. Even the climate system is a surprise. There is a switch labeled air on, which most people mistake for air conditioning. But once activated, you quickly learn the truth. It is nothing more than a fan blowing unfiltered air toward your face. It doesn't cool anything, it simply exists. Somehow that makes it even better. There's a non-touch touchscreen too. It looks digital, modern, and impressive at first glance. Then you try to tap it, and nothing happens. Instead, tiny physical buttons underneath navigate through menus that include Bluetooth audio, image browsing, and most importantly, a functioning rear-view camera. That's right, a $2,000 truck from a small Chinese factory has a genuine backup camera, which many golf carts double or triple its price still lack. But forget the quirks, forget the jokes, forget the cheap-feeling materials. Because hidden beneath all of this is the one feature that genuinely shocked the world. Something so unexpected that it instantly separates this truck from every electric pickup ever made. The Chongli F50 has a hydraulic dump bed. You heard that correctly. A real, fully functional dump body system operated by a hydraulic mechanism that lifts the entire rear bed into the air. Farmers can unload gravel, dirt, produce tools, or construction materials with the push of a lever. That single feature makes this truck more useful on a farm than many utility vehicles costing 20 times the price. No Tesla Cybertruck has it. No Hummer EV has it. No F-150 Lightning has it. No Rivian has it. But the $2,000 Chongli does. And that is where this story stops being funny and starts becoming fascinating. Because now, the truck is no longer a toy, it becomes a tool. A genuinely useful machine that transforms manual labor into something surprisingly effortless. In terms of performance, the engineering is simple but clever. The truck uses a small 3-kilowatt electric motor powered by 5 heavy lead-acid batteries. Lead-acid may be ancient technology, but it is cheap, durable, and easy to replace. A full charge takes around 8 to 9 hours and delivers a range between 80 and 100 miles. Short-distance farm work, that's more than enough. On a highway, it would be a disaster, but that's not what this vehicle was ever designed for. In fact, the reason you never see this truck on American roads is straightforward. It isn't street legal in most countries. It falls under the category of a neighborhood electric vehicle, intended for farms, quiet communities, industrial facilities, and off-road areas where speed and crash safety are not major concerns. It was built to serve villagers and farmers, not commuters and daily drivers. Now let's address the real cost. While the truck itself is only $2,000, most buyers outside China face unavoidable extra expenses. Batteries cost extra. International shipping is pricey. Import taxes vary by country. Port fees, handling charges, and towing the vehicle out of the port can also add up. In some cases, buyers ended up paying far more in logistics than the price of the actual truck. But even then, the value remains extraordinary, because this vehicle isn't trying to compete with Tesla or Ford. It's not part of the electric truck war. It exists in a completely different universe. Universe where practicality, simplicity, and price matter more than speed or luxury. And that is why this tiny truck made such a massive impact. The Chongli F50 is proof that electric vehicles do not have to be expensive. They do not need advanced computers or complicated technology. They don't need luxury interiors or futuristic marketing. Sometimes all people need is something that moves, carries, lifts, and works. This $2,000 truck is not pretending to be the future, but it is reminding the world that the future of affordability might come from places no one expects. Because sometimes the machine that disrupts everything is not the most powerful, not the most advanced, and not the most beautiful. Sometimes it's the cheapest,